Okay, just wanted to do a brief comp plan training and run through a few basic principles here to help you guys understand a little bit more about the binary. First and foremost, this is you right here. That's you. You have two teams, as you know. You have a left and a right team. So if you sponsor number one, he goes here. Number two, they go there. That's your left team, that's your right team. Anything that this person ever does, even their left or their right, will always be your left. It can never jump across. So anything that originates from the left-hand side will always be your left, regardless of each of these people have a right, a left, a right, a left. Okay, makes sense? And everything that happens over here, the same thing will always be your right side. So imagine an imaginary line right down the middle here, and the two are never separated. Another important concept to grasp is that once you have two people, number one to number two, simple enough, everybody you ever sponsor has to be under number one or number two. This is Bill, this is Mary. You sponsor Fred, aka number three. Fred goes under Bill, or whatever my example was. Okay, and if you sponsor someone else now, there's a few options. They can go here, they can go here, they can go here, or they can go here. So these first two people, super duper important. If they're not strong builders, it doesn't really matter. Would behoove you to try to find some really good people, or at least sell these spots very hard. What I mean by that is say, look, I'm gonna put you right here, Bill. Everybody, half of the people that I ever get will always be under you. So don't come in for a small package. Don't come in to waste time. Don't come in to fool around. I'm giving you one of my top two prime real estates. You bring 1,000 people into this business, 500 over here, 500 over here. Number one's going to get 500. Number two's going to get 500. These spots are valuable. Now, if you put someone there that doesn't really do anything, it doesn't really hurt you, because this person here can go out and crush it. This is immaterial. This is a binary. You get paid to infinity levels. My last company was a unit level which paid you for 8 levels only, 5% for 8 levels. If I put someone here who did nothing, that cuts out a whole level. Some of my levels had 50 people on them, or 100 people. Actually, some levels had hundreds and hundreds. And one person can actually take up a whole level, so very important. The beauty of a binary is you get paid the same to infinity. Doesn't matter what level somebody's on. That's a great, great thing. And as you can see here, so for your fourth person, your third person, you actually had 1, 2, 3, 4 spots to choose from. But either of them were under one of these two people, like I said. Look at a new concept here. This one's going to help you guys understand how to build a little better. This one isn't necessarily always going to be the case for everyone. This is a gift. When you come in, you're expected to build two legs. You're expected to build your own left, your own right. You're an independent distributor, not a dependent distributor who needs help. But sometimes you might fall into the right spot where you do get some help, and that's a bonus. Let's assume that you're one of the lucky people that get this, right? And this is super upline. Okay, that's your upline. They have a right and they have a left. So you're on the left of your upline. Let's say I'm your upline, just for an easy example. So you're here, you're waiting for your stuff to come in the mail before you do anything, because you got to check things out and make sure if you promote something, you check it out. No problem. In the meantime, I got to go. Let's just say this line is cranking. Mr. R over here is doing his thing. So I'm going to focus my building over here for now. So Kevin's going to put someone here. Kevin's going to put someone here. Kevin's going to put someone here. And I'm building what's called a power leg. You happen to be lucky, you're around me, I'm going crazy, everyone I get, I have to put somewhere. And the next person I guess, where would I put it? You have a spot here. this is your left, this is your right. This guy's also got right here for number 1. Number 2 also has a right. See that? Left, right, and number 2 has left, right. Kevin is never putting somebody here. Why? Because if this was K2, if I put somebody there, it's under me, it's under you. Number 1, number 2, number 3 don't get it. I want to help as many people as possible. This is called the power leg. I want to build power. I want to empower many, many people. So if I sponsored K2, not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna do it. If I sponsor K2, I'm putting K2 here. Still under you, still under number 1, now under number 2, now under number 3. I'm building, I'm building, I'm building. So in this situation, if I sponsored you, I would say, look, I'm building your left primarily. It's not up to me to build it forever, but I'm going to try to do my best and take a lot of the burden off you, especially in the early going. What I ask is that you put your own first person down here. So let's call it U2. Sounds like it'd be a great name if I started a band. What do you think? So U2, you put that there. And then from that point on, you switch. You go to My Profile. You click on Lock Placement. And from this point on, you would click Lock Placement Right. Then you got to click Save at the button of that page. And then the next few people you sponsor would go there, 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 there. These are yours. Like that. Okay? And this is still, never mind my not to scale drawing, this is still all Kevin's left and it's your right. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully you made some sense of this. So I'm going to build this leg for you primarily. You're going to focus here at least till you get 9, 10, 12 people. If you're going for sapphire or pearl and something, you might want to throw a few more over here. But 80% of your effort's going to be concentrated here. Now here's the important part that actually made me make this video. You were getting this when I explained this to you. However, you were telling all your people that Kevin said only put 1 on your left and lock your placement to the right. That's what I said to you. It flips for every other person. So you need to lock your, put 1 person, you 2 back here, you and Bono, right? You put 1 on the left and then you focus on the right. Your people need to put 1 on their right and lock placement on their left, right? And here's number 2, baby 2. He needs to put 1 on his left and he locks placement on his right. Hope I said that right. So hope these chicken scratches are helping somebody out there. But if not, it's going to brew up some conversation and get some good things going. Let's pick up the pace here. Get a little bit deeper. This is all conceptual stuff. You got to understand the basics before we get into the good stuff. Before I show you the money, Jerry, I want to be your ambassador of Kwang. Yeah. What else we got? Let's just keep me here in case. Big KL is in the building. This is you. Okay. You have number 1. You have number 2. Let's assume everyone's coming on a $500 pack, because even in this example, that's just the way you should roll, at least a 500. All right, 500 pack is called a pearl package. I think it has another name, but I forget what it is right off the bat. It is maybe Supreme, I don't know. But it gives you 300 BV, or CV actually, different companies use different terminology. So let's assume that hope those all are on here. This is 300, 300, 300, 300. I don't know if I could add that many 300s. That's same. 3, 3, 3. Let's just do 100. Should have done 5. But anyways, just have a different split of some kind. Okay. And around this one here, I'm going to make it all fuzzy-wuzzy. What does that mean? I don't know. It just means that I put it there, just so you don't differentiate. The fuzzy ones are, that's from Kev. All right? I did one of these jobs for you. Put that person down there. Don't know if that's relevant just yet. I'm showing you now how you get paid. The binary takes 600 points from one side, 300 points from the other side. Every time it can find 600, 300, that's called a cycle. It can do it from any side, and it will change as your business changes. It just looks to see where it can find 600 points at any given time. So what we'd do in this situation, say this was your week. Not a bad week. So let's say 300 plus 300 is 600. So we're going to take those points, take your 600. It's going to say, we found 300. Take that, and it's going to pay you 35 buckaroos paid out for the week. What it does this like every hour, actually probably in real time. It keeps looking anytime it can find it. Say, ooh, we got another 300 and 300, which is 600 again. Can we find 300? Yes. So it found 600, it found 300, another 35. That's $70. I'm amazing at math. It's going to check again. Try to find another 600. Uh-oh. Oh, man, this is cool. I should have done this. Rewind selector. Let's assume that's 300. Now it's going to go get another 600. It's going to say, oh, we don't have 600. We only have 300. It's going to say, 300 is good. If we can find 600 somewhere else, let's look. It's going to say, oh, on this side now, look what happened. It flipped. Beautiful thing. It found 300, and 300 makes 600. And over here it found 300, right? So it's created another cycle. Which is 105. You can see that. That's how cycles work. They just keep looking for 300 and 600, 300 and 600. In other words, 900 BV. The good news is, especially, imagine I did all of this for you. Say these were all from me. And then, well, you need one on each side, so at least you put one there. Maybe you did it before. You put this little teeny weeny little feller. You did that. Big Kev came in, bam, 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 knocked this all out for you. And then you locked your placement to the right after you satisfied the qualifications of helping out in the power leg. And then you put 1, 2, 3. This number 2 guy chipped in right here and put baby 2. In this situation, doesn't matter who brings the points, the company looks for it or the computer looks for it, pays out the $35 cycles every time. This doesn't look like a lot of money, to be honest with you. When I was thinking of joining, I was like, 35 bucks, all that work? Today I cycled like, I think 37 times. 37 cycles, you try to figure it out before me, times what? 35. Don't know if you can see that. $1,300 today. And those little itty bitty cycles. So they do add up, and that's where the infinity piece comes in. Now let's assume that, let's stop assuming anything. But even if you didn't do this, let's assume that I did, or whoever your upline is, or the team collectively did all this for you. You would have had you would have had 1,204, that's 1,600? That can't be right. Yeah, it is. You would have had 1,600 points here, 1,600 CV. That's you. You're just sitting there. You're waiting for your stuff to come in. You're reading. You're in the Facebook group. You're just watching. Let me see if this works. I wonder if this is going to work. I wonder if I'm going to make any money with this thing. That's you, Mr. Grumpy Pants. All right? The points keep piling up. This keeps going. That's 1,800 because someone else put a little, about 2 basics. All right? Wicked. That's 1,800. You have this. It holds your points to infinity. These points don't go away as long as you pay your auto ship. Your auto ship is 60 CV. As long as you have your 60 CV, It's going to hold your points until you get paid. Now let's say it's like 6 months later and you're like, man, look at my skin, I'm looking smooth. Yeah, baby. All right, I can sell this. All right, so now you get in the game. You get your neighbor. Your neighbor owes you $500 and he hasn't paid you back in a long time. You say, you know what, just jump in for the 5 bills. You get a business and you pay me back. We'll call it square. $500 package equals 300 points. You got to be active on both sides. Actually, I did this wrong. You should have put your first person here. Someone who owes you, someone who loves you. Everyone can get 2. Right? You say, Grandma, I need you to come in and help me out. Grandma comes in for 100 points over here, 100 CV. Now you're active. First of all, you're an executive. Salute. All right? Now you have 300 points here. Even though it's 6 months later, you got that? It's going to find 300. It's going to find, bam, bam, 300, 300, 600. It's going to knock 600 off of here. Leave you with 1,200. Leave you with 0. Back to the drawing board. But the good news is, pay demand. Or pretty lady, whatever it is. All right? So you're in business there. And that's pretty much how it all works. And by the way, if I'm your upline, you just cycled. I make a 30% bonus. It could be 20%, but we say 30% because I'm going to fulfill all the requirements. So you made a $35 cycle times 0.3. That can't be right. Yeah, wow. Son of a gun. 35 times 0.3, which is 30%. Bam! I made $10.50 because you finally brought somebody in. Matching bonus. And, that was an extra 300 points to me, so provided I had a bunch of points here, I also would have cycled. So my cycle would have been 35 plus 10, 45, and 50 cents. I made 10.45 on that. That's why the matching bonus is so important. That's why you want to have a rank. And in a nutshell, that's pretty much it. So the last little thing I'll say, back to this example, we'll talk about something called a CAB. Since I'm doing comp plan training, customer acquisition bonus. We, the distributors, are also customers. A little bit of legalese. We can't say you get X amount of dollars for signing people up. The guys with letters on their jacket on the back show up at the door and they're like, we want to talk to Wendy Lewis and Randy Ray. What's going on with this signing people up and making money stuff? So instead we say, they're customers, and therefore we sold them something and we were compensated. Keeps it all legal, keeps everybody out of these bad boys, and we're good. Customer acquisition bonus. So when you sign up for the $500 package, $4.99, it pays $100 CAB. You get paid that weekly. If you sign someone up for the $199, the basic pack, it pays out 100 CV, and that gives a $25 CAB. And then on and on and on. I think the rest are like 200. 225, I think, is one of them, and one of them is 250. It's when you start signing the bigger packs, you get the cabs. Another way in which you get paid. And then for retail, you get the difference between wholesale and retail. For instance, the instantly ageless. Let me get some, make this real. Bam! See how I did that? Yeah, I know you like it. So we buy this for $35 and we sell it for $65. So if someone buys this off my website, I never have to touch it. I never have to touch it, and I just make the difference. So the company, anytime someone goes on my website and buys Instantly Ageless, I'm going to make the difference between wholesale and retail. Wholesale 35, retail 65. I get $30 while I was sleeping. Didn't know what happened because you clicked and you went on your little computer thing. I made money. It's beautiful. That's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys get some of the basics here. Ask your important thing. Make sure you know where your people are going with your My Profile. On the right hand side here of My Profile, you'll see lock placement. Click. It's going to be automatic. It's going to be left or right. Ask your upline which leg they're building or helping you out with so you can figure out which one to do it on. That's pretty much it. Keep this under 20 minutes. And I'm gone.